YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we have a new update for the ban list. And now we're going to talk about it since a few days ago we did the prediction ban list with the chat. And hopefully some of the cards will be added here in the ban list. Since we're expecting something good in February and something big, usually there's something taken out or coming into the game by that time. So let's check this one out if ever some of their hits or some of our predictions got hit. Without further ado, let's check this one out. Okay, so for the ban list, we have here, or it's gonna be implemented on February 6th. That would be next week. Okay, so 6th will be on next week. So that is on Thursday, and we're expecting that. Of course, that's usually the case in most of the selection packs or newer cards. It's always gonna be on the second week of the month. So let's see if there's something good out of this ban list here. So there we go. Cards to be unlimited. Let's see. Morphing Jar 1 to 3. What? There's no significance to this. Both players discard as many cards as possible from their hands. Each player draws 5 cards. Okay, so I think this is more reliable with Trick Stars. You know how Trick Stars like burn you if ever you draw a card? This usually is the case. This might be a pretty good strategy for Trick Stars. Nevertheless, it's a UR, so I'm not sure if you're going to play this one though, because you know you don't want to craft Morphing Jar of all cards to 3 copies. Alright, so that is Morphing Jar. Next on, Cyber Jar 0 to 3. What? Okay, insignificant so far. Oh my god, don't tell me this is gonna be like a useless ban list. Oh my god. Well, it's still unlimited anyway, of course. I'm just, nagging at this point. So, let's see here. Ooh! Alright, so something good. Something good. Alibert, the Jester of Despia, is on 3 copies now by next month, making Branded a bit more consistent now in bringing a copy of Branded Fusion to the hand. And that's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's a wise card to have for the Branded archetype, so it's going to be pumped up by next month. So another copy for the Branded deck. That is pretty good. I think last month we got Branded opening to 2 copies, I guess, and then Sarcophagus to 2. So now we have Alibert to 3. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm guessing this would be something good. Saronir? I never expected Saronir back to 3 copies. But hey, it's a free Branded card again, or a Branded support. Now the reason why Saronir was on 1 copy in the first place is because of Branded. The effect of this card to send any Branded card to your graveyard is quite insane. So the main point for the Branded archetype is to send a copy of your Branded Retribution, or if ever you have the Branded Retribution in the graveyard already, then you send a copy of whatever Branded card that you need. So that might be a Branded and Lost, or a Branded Fusion. Nevertheless, that will bring out a copy of Branded Fusion or any Branded spell or trap card from your graveyard back to your hand. So this is a pretty good tech card for the deck generally, and that is one of the reasons why this one got to 1 copy in the first place. So this goes back to 3 copies, makes Branded a bit more formidable with the Bestial archetype. We got Alibert to 3 and Saronir directly to 3. Amazing, just amazing. Okay, so that is Branded. Oh, that's it. That's it, basically. That's the unlimited section. All right. Not too bad. I do like the 2 cards hit. Or the 2 cards released from the game. We're still not done. We're still not done. There's still Destiny Hero Celestial. God damn. Yo, the reason why Celestial got hit in the first place to 0 of all things is because of Branded Fusion. No, not Branded Fusion. Or Fusion Destiny. Oh, there you go. Fusion Destiny to 3 copies. So a few months back, we got Fusion Destiny up to 3 copies. So it was released from the ban list to 3 copies. So that was pretty insane. The Celestial, the reason why this card was banned in the first place is because of DPE. On the release of DPE, we got the Fusion Destiny to 2 copies. So they're thinking, oh, it wasn't that bad. And after a while, they said, oh, Celestial is a big problem. Because this card, once this card is in your graveyard and you have no cards on hand, you can banish this card from the graveyard and 1 other Destiny Hero monster. So the typical monster that you just dump to the graveyard, you banish that one, and then you draw 2 cards. That is a pretty good advantage for some rogue decks that uses the Fusion Destiny to its fullest, alongside the DPE. Now take note, the go-to cards for the Destiny Hero cards are, or for the Destiny Hero engine, is a copy of Fusion Destiny, 3 copies of that one copy of DPE. Where was the other one? There was one significant one. The Dasher and the Celestial are the 2 significant cards that you usually run in the deck. The one of Celestial and the one of Dasher is your go-to card. Now this, paired with this, is an easy access, and then you just banish these cards. The thing about the Dasher is, once you draw a monster, you can spell summon the monster that you drew to your side of the field, plus the Celestial that you can just banish during that turn. If ever you have no cards on hand, you have basically like a pretty good hand at that point on. So that is a pretty good advantage generally. With this release and with this update by next month, Heroes will be a pretty good deck as well to run Destiny Hero cards generally. So not anymore with Malicious. It's just basically Celestial and the Dasher, or they're still gonna use the Malicious either way because of its special summon effect. Nevertheless, this is still a pretty good card to have back to 3 copies, even though that people are just running this on 1 copy though. But yeah, that is pretty good for rogue decks. Branded opening? What? Another release from the ban list. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Wow, full power branded. So Aliberto 3, Starneer to 3, and we got branded opening to 3. Not really like full power though, but you know, branded fusion is still a problem. Luckily, it's 1 copy. Nevertheless, 3 copies of opening, 3 copies of Starneer, and the Aliberto 3 is the best way to go for a branded archetype. 60 cards is not usually the problem for the deck nowadays, but with this, it gained it more consistent than ever, so really amazing. And plus, I think last month, we also got the Gold Sarcophagus to 2 copies, which makes it easier to banish a copy of your Tragedy. So that is pretty insane. I like this. I like this ban so far for the branded. Really good. But the main problem here is, at this point, since we have a ton of cards in the unlimited section, hopefully the limit, and the forbidden will have some cards that are going to be significant for the next month in case Fiendsmith comes along. So let's see. All right, so there we go. Semi-limit. Maxi. Well, we expected this so far. I think in our previous video, we had this one place in the semi-limit because OCG got this on 2 copies. So yeah, it's already set and done. Yeah, we're not expecting this, or we're not even shocked with this, to be honest. So this is down to 2 copies. So what people are gonna do now is just run 2 copies of Maxi and then run 1 copy of Molchami Fualos. Or they're just gonna typically run 2 copies of Maxi. With regards to the Fualos, I'm not really sure about that though. Maxi is still a pretty good hit though. Luckily, they don't really like ban this because that would be so significant for the game. It would like change the game drastically. So that is Maxi 3 to 2. Amazing. Okay. Sangen Kaimin, we expected this as well. Not too bad, not too bad. We placed this one in the prediction ban list to 2 copies, so now we have it on 2. So less consistent now for the Tenpai archetype, which is pretty good. So that's nice. That is really nice. I do love this hits for the Tenpai. Hopefully we'll get some Yubel hits here. And there we have it. Okay, our first ever Yubel hit for the next month. Now, the reason why this is significant as well is because this is a pretty good card for the Yubel archetype. I really thought that they would place this like to 1 copy or something. But yeah, 2 is good. 2 is good. I think this is pretty good for an engine as well for the Nightmare for the Yubel archetype. Nevertheless, that's great. So let's see here. I think that's it. Is that it? Oh, anti-spell fragrance. Okay, so we'll talk about first the semi-limited before we go into the semi-limit, or before we go into the limited. So typically, 1 of each cards is basically free 30 UR shards. So you basically have 90 by next month if ever you have 3 copies of each. So that would be that goes down to your Fiendsmith deck. If ever most of those cards is going to be on UR, so you can just craft them. That's great. That is typically for the Yubel archetype, the Tenpai, and your very own Maxi. down to 2 copies. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm okay with this. Okay, so down to the limited section, we have anti-spell fragrance. That's what we saw earlier. So this is what I expected to hit in the past month. Although stun decks are still relying on 1 copies of each of the floodgates or, you know, stun variant cards. So it's either, we'll take this anyway. We'll take this. I consider this a win against stun decks. That's still pretty good. Oh, that's it. That's the only limit that we have. Yo, that is crazy. Don't tell me they're gonna ban some of the Yubel cards. What? Anti-spell fragrance. Oh, okay. Anti-spell fragrance, secret village of the spellcasters. Now, the reason for this is because of dragoons. So dragoons is typically a spellcaster, and it is an easy summon to the field. So every deck nowadays has the ability to summon dragoons. With Secret Village as an additional card, it is much easier, and then it forbids your opponent from ever using spell cards if ever they don't have a spellcaster on the field, which is, well, typically like a floodgate on its own right. So that is basically it. Summon limit 1 to 0. That's pretty nice. A few months ago, I really expected this, or I really wanted this to be on 0 copies. So now we have it now. So this is typically like a stun deck ban list. All right, so 1 to 0, summon limits, secret village to 0, and then anti-spell fragrance down to 1. Not too bad. Forbidden. Is that it? I mean, nothing more? Oh dear God. That's basically it. Oh dear. Okay, so not too much hits for the Yubel archetype though. I kind of love the branded pumping its numbers by next month, but this is depressing. It's just the Nightmare Throne. 1 copy of the Nightmare Throne was just removed from the Yubel archetype, and if ever the next leak from Decade is gonna be Fiendsmith, this is insignificant. This isn't like a big thing for the Yubel archetype. We're gonna be in big trouble if ever Yubel will have the Fiendsmith by the next month. This is a minor hit to the crazier deck that's what to come for the Yubel archetype. Nevertheless, I do love some hits here. The Tenpai, the branded got its cards back to 3 copies, and then some of the Sun cards were actually removed from the game. Well, goddamn, I don't know what to say about this. I do think that they should have like hit most of the cards for the Yubel. So anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the ban list? Tell me your side in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. See you guys later. Goodbye.